didn't see him pull out. I think you're good.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Let's get out of Dodge.
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm here with my best friend Aaron, and we're in the E36 M3. And this is, as you can see, it's now a dedicated track car, so it's a little bit uncomfortable. But I'm gonna let Aaron kind of talk about the car here, because this is a car that kind of started it all for the both of us in becoming car enthusiasts. And we grew up on this thing, and it's been an influential part of both of our lives. And I learned to detail cars the proper way through Aaron on this exact car, and here we are again all these years later ripping it around. And I'll let him kind of take it from the top of what's been done to it, and kind of over the years just enjoying this car and how plugged into the road you are with a car from 1999 that was made for the driving experience versus a modern car. So
yeah, so it's a 1999 BMW E36 M3. It's the last year of the E36 body style. It's the S52 engine in it. It's tastefully done. It's, you know, out of necessity. I've kind of began to modify the car as parts began to fail in a 100,000 mile car. Start replacing things. Kind of always had a plan to make it the ultimate driving machine. Slowly started changing things. You know, started out with the standard kid car modifications, cold air intake, tune, exhaust, and then went on to the suspension parts. So it has a Dynon Stage 1 Coney suspension. Basically, Dynon takes a Coney setup and dials it into their own spring rates. The car is driven about 5,000 miles a year or less, and about 95% of its driving is done on the racetrack.
right.
It's been to a lot of really cool tracks. I've learned a lot about cars with it, learned how to drive stick, and you know, now that it's, you know, mostly dialed in for the track, don't let the race seats and roll bar fool you. It's pretty close to stock, mostly designed for just driving and reliability.
Yeah, and we've been ripping this thing around since like high school when we first learned to drive.
Yeah.
Did your dad get the car originally for him, or was it for you and your brother to learn on and kind of all of you to work on together? Because you got this for what, $7,800 you said?
Yeah, $7,800.
$7,800.
Bought it from the original owner. So it's actually kind of funny. My dad grew up driving Porsches, so when we were kids, my dad didn't want us to learn how to drive stick on his Porsche. So one of his buddies from work was like, hey, I have an E36 M3, you know, it's a cream puff, like, I'm the original owner, hasn't bought it for anything, like, I'm gonna sell it, would you be interested? My dad was like, absolutely, like, let me come take a look at it. We went and looked at it, and it was just like, it was clean, had the gray interior. These cars came with either like the normal interior or like the quote-unquote sport, so it had the Vader sport seats in it, which are highly desirable, and the car was just stock. And so yeah, we just, ever since then, it's kind of won it for nothing. It's been professionally cared for since we owned it.
And this car's been well taken care of. I can attest to that for sure. Just being in it over the years and all the work you guys have done, and just to you detailing it. I remember, like I said, I learned how to detail properly on this car because of you.
Yeah.
And funny story, this thing is always just so fun. It's like, even though it has what? How much horsepower would you say it's making?
285 at the wheels.
285 at the wheels. It feels like it's making like 500 horsepower. It's like, it just puts you back in your seat. It's so lightweight and bare bones. You know, it doesn't even have AC. If you can see, we're sweating. It's pretty humid. It's it's hot in here. You gotta have the windows cracked, otherwise you're gonna perspire. But it's just such a fun car. Like I can feel the road even being in the passenger seat.
Yeah, we're probably gonna take it and do coilovers here shortly. Right now it's on a just a regular spring suspension, and it's perfect for the street. On the track, I would say it's well dialed for, you know, high performance drivers ed and street driving. Kind of the intention is to keep the car, you know, kind of street and sport at the same time. But coilovers will probably be the next modification that are done to it.
And not to cut you off,
Sure.
but this car also is driven. It's definitely driven because it has 156,703 miles on it. So
yeah, we bought it at 100,000. So we've had 56,000 miles driving, and it's been to a lot of really neat racetracks. Been to New Jersey Motorsports Park, Summit Point Motorsports Park,
Watkins
Glen,
New York, yeah.
VIR. And it may not be the fastest car on the track, but from a handling standpoint and a drivability standpoint, it will hang with, you know, full-blown race cars.
Yeah, and even being in a passenger seat situation like I am now, because I've driven this car, I actually learned stick on this car from you years ago. And even just being in the passenger seat, I can tell you it's a blast. Like, not a lot of cars give you this feeling, even being a passenger. Like, I can feel the road, it's very connected. I can tell it's just like hugging the turns, it's planted. It's a beautiful car too. I mean, it's like everybody loves an M car, but especially a classic E36 M3. And when your dad had Porsches, he had a Boxster too, like a little Boxster that he had. That was the Porsche you were talking about, or he had a different
Boxster. We had the 993 track car.
Okay.
And just really what decided us to kind of throw this car into a more of a driver's ed mobile was just the Porsches were extremely expensive to maintain.
Yeah.
Like air-cooled Porsches, they're very, you know, specific in how they're maintained, who maintains them. And we just kind of stopped driving the M3, and they were sitting, and my dad's like, would you be interested in kind of making it a track car? He's like, I don't want to take it, you know, away from the drivability of the street.
Right.
And just from a standpoint of
oh, we got a tree down there.
wow, okay, look, I was trying to hit it. But from like a drivability on the street, like definitely the seats make it a little different, but
Yeah.
no, it's you know, just less maintenance.
Yeah, all around it's a super fun car. I mean, and what's interesting too about this car, I would say, is that we started out as frenemies in elementary school, and this car kind of brought us together because I think we realized we had a lot in common, and we were like, all right, well, I guess we're gonna need to be friends. And then we started just hanging out and like talking cars and working on stuff, and we ended up becoming best friends. And to this day, you know, Aaron's my best buddy, and it's kind of neat how things like this, like an old car, can bring people together. Oh, you gotta hit it.
From high performance jet skis to dirt bikes and just things like that.
This guy's had all the toys.
Yeah, no, my my dad was always into that kind of stuff, and it was just neat to kind of grow up around it, and I hope to pass it on to my kids.
Absolutely.
No, it's just really, it's an adrenaline rush, and you know, I think driving on the racetrack at a younger age is kind of, you know, giving me a perspective of how to drive safer on the street.
100%, definitely.
You know, like when I can go on the racetrack and do 125, 30 miles an hour down the straightaway, it just is less enticing to do that kind of stuff on the street. And just kind of gives you a safe area to just let it rip. And that's, you know, just, I love this car for that. It's just so dialed in for it.
Yeah, it for sure is. And I can tell 100% certainty that Aaron is probably one of the safest, as he does a peel out, probably one of the safest, best drivers I know. And I think mostly the part of that is because you took this car on the track and learned where the edges are on a car, and like where it likes to be, and if you're gonna break loose, like how to recover. And you've taught me a lot through that, how to drive my Mustang, even, you know, and like how to be careful, how to recover from stuff. And Yeah, so overall, it's just been a fantastic.
Yeah, a lot
car.
of driving a car and you know, understanding what the car can do is just, you know, just not driving above your ability.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many
That's so
people
true.
get themselves into trouble with really high performance cars. And I remember my friend's parents would always be like, dude, your mom and dad got you a BMW, like it's a high performance car. And I think it was just kind of instilled in me, like, you know, don't be an idiot with it. And to this day, it's just kind of given both of us a, you know, a leg to, you know, understand driving something that's fast.
I think that's why so many people crash Mustangs, because they get them so young and they're like sick and they just mash the accelerator pedal. And I want to preface too that Aaron is a super hard worker too. This car was, you know, a joint between him, his dad, and his brother, but he owns his own company, built it from the ground up, and he works hard every day. He wasn't just handed stuff. I want to make that a clear point that, you know, this car was a gift between him, his brother, and his dad to all bond and grow together and sharing a passion that his dad has. And through that, he learned a lot about cars, but now, you know, he works super hard so that the next thing that he buys, he can pass down to his kids. I think you were talking about maybe with his girlfriend, when they're going to get married, they were both talking about how they're big fans of Shelbys.
Yeah.
And they might get a GT350. So it kind of all comes full circle. And kind of why I wanted to make this video, just kind of sharing how deep the passion for cars runs and how it can bring people together and how it passes from one generation to the next. So I just wanted to kind of give a little glimpse into some other cars. I know I cover a lot of Mustang stuff, but that was a massive pothole and I felt everything on the suspension.
Yeah, it's a little stiff.
But anyways, I just wanted to kind of show everyone a car that really brought everything up for me and in my life, and I think it's a cool car that a lot of people can appreciate. And Aaron here being my best friend, I wanted to have him in the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Aaron, you got any parting words for everybody?
Drive safe and drive fast.
There you go. I don't know if those two are synonymous. I don't think you can do it. Nah, you can do it safely.
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
do it safely. But anyways, everyone, thanks so much for being here and sharing in this beautiful E36 with us. Hope to see you on the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and we're gonna rip it. So catch you on the next one.
What is up, guys? This is my BMW M3. It's sick.